I need a ginger ale.
Leah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Writer's Block Podcast. All right, we coming to you live from the Comedy Zone here in Jacksonville, Florida. And we got some special guests in the building, all right? You already know who they are. You've seen them all over your TVs. The man to my right, you've seen them on HBO, on All Def, YouTube. All right, to my left, you've seen them on Don't Tell. YouTube blowing up as well, man.
What up, Duval?
To the far right, we got a really, really nice man who's also been on All Def, all right. You might have noticed his boots. He ain't wearing them on the podcast today, but we got Reggie Junior as well, CP in the building, and Reg Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. Honestly, you did that as soon as I hit the. It worked out perfectly. All right, how we doing, fellas? All right, the weekend just ended here in Jacksonville, Florida. How y'all feeling?
I feel great, man.
It was a great weekend, man. Jacksonville, Florida. Good comedy town. What you thought, Reggie Junior?
No, that was it. It was fire. It was fire, bro. You know, I'm from the South. I mean, I'm from Tennessee.
Tennessee?
When shit is dope, it's fire. And this whole experience was fire.
That'll fit right in. That'll fit. Jacksonville niggas say all the
time. What y'all thought was the best show? Which was the best crowd this weekend? This last one was real solid.
For sets, I like the last set. Usually the last set of the weekend is usually everything that I've seen work or that I want to work on. I know where to put it now. So that last set is always where I really cook. But then the audiences is Saturday audiences are always fun.
That's all I was gonna say.
The first one this Saturday was solid too. The first one.
Yeah, all y'all ripped. That first Saturday show was pretty crazy, bro.
First Saturday show is the kind of the coup de grace. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like everybody primed and ready. They've been waiting on Saturday early the whole time. That late night Saturday crowd, they a little more frustrated. I don't know what it is. They just be like, let's get home. Either they getting home.
And we're a crew who's like, we really follow game tape and really break the set down and follow. This one was really good. Technically, this was a really good show.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna get at. Like, y'all the first people I've ever seen like really break the jokes down and sit down. That was amazing to sit back and watch, man. Be so intentional in things.
What do other comic crews do?
Bro, nothing. Like I was gonna say, no, your foot is right by the red light, nigga. If you hit that red light, it's over for all of us.
Got you.
He
said, "What's that, a roach?"
That makes sense. I should have said something. I pointed like you was gonna know. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so you from New York, all right? From Detroit,
yes sir,
and Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right, Memphis, Tennessee.
Say Memphis, yeah.
Okay, I'll throw that out there. So have y'all been in this club before? I know I met you a couple years ago. You were here.
Yeah, I was here with Leonard Oots.
Yeah. Vincent
Bryant, and Just Niche.
Yeah, that was the first time that I got to meet you and see your set. But obviously, I'd seen you on YouTube.
Damn, that's a crazy lineup. That was a
it was the Monster Energy Drink tour right before I started doing Love Life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember when you guys was promoting that.
And then I had to stop because I got Love Life and I had to just leave the tour with them.
How was that? How was the night of that tour?
It was cool. We had a great time. I was a feature. Vince headlined.
That was like my first show. Like when I first moved back to Jacksonville, I didn't know this club was here before that, but that was the first show that I saw. You were on there.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever been here, and it was very cool, man. You know, it was cool. Good crab legs. We had a good ass time. You know, Leonard Oots was like, "What crab legs?" Shout out to my buddy Oots. You know
that's Hookah Poppy right there.
You feel me?
Legit dude.
How'd y'all link up? How'd y'all start rolling it? I obviously y'all been friends forever, man. But the dynamic between y'all and trusted each other and like watching the sets, building the sets. I don't know. I'm pretty sensitive about my comedy, so when I'm at open mics or wherever I'm at and people talking to me about it, you be like, all right, what you finna say, you know? Right. But it seemed like y'all really been rocking for a long time to like have this cohesive piece.
So I think I met Reggie Junior in like 2016 or 2017.
Right out there.
Somewhere in there. We was in Alabama at the Stardome. He was hosting, and I could just tell he was more seasoned with hitting that road than I was. I was really brand new to the road. And the Stardome was one of the bigger clubs that I had been hearing about. It was like a Moby Dick. Like, oh, you get down there, it's gonna be, and it was like I asked you when I saw your set, Bobby, I was like, man, how long you been on the road? He said, no, I haven't been, but I remember bubbling so hard in Detroit that it was like I spilled over onto the road. Like by the time I got into the road, I was ready. Like I had so much of a set and I was just so ready. So I remember Reg, he watched my set, and then he was like, we just started hanging out, and then I had some good Cali weed. Can we say that on here?
Yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want. We got people.
You gonna go with that, Jack? That story? Okay.
I had rolled a joint. Thank you so much, and I put a wax worm in the middle. Cause that's what I was doing.
What's
at the
a
time.
wax worm?
Look, that's me.
What?
That's me that night. That's me. What's going on? Wax worm.
I don't even know. I don't know what a wax. I smoke a lot of weed, but I don't know what a wax worm is.
A wax worm is you ever do you ever heard of a dab?
Yeah. I started smoking weed with white people, so that was like how I got into weed. Was like
So
dab.
the dab, you take some wax and you roll it till it's long as your joint, and then you lay that across your weed.
Okay, now we wasn't doing that.
You roll around that, and so every hit was a dab.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
like,
actually.
there's so many things about our friendship that made it like a solid friendship. First off,
I was getting to that. You didn't even finish.
because like the weed worm thing, I'm like yeah.
You weren't there.
Yeah, my bad.
My bad. This is Reggie Junior's story. So
Reg Thomas.
Reg, right? That's what happened when you got two Reggies you hang out with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So Reg is he kicking it with me and Lee, and we all in the room. Lee is the road manager, and so I started smoking, and Red's like, "Oh, I smoke a little dope." That's what he said. That's how he said.
Yo, that's some old nigga shit to say too.
Shit, that made me feel so old.
That's it like that.
I smoke a little dope. Yeah, I smoke a little dope. I ain't no stage of the dope. I got to drive back to Memphis though. That's my smoke a little.
5 hours.
I smoke a little dope. So yeah, we smoked, and then he's like, all right, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm out, which is kind of weird. I'm like, he ain't holding us up. We chilling. We in our room, but he's like, all right, cool. He left. And then we ended up, me and Lee, like, all right, let's go to dinner or something. Hit like a little bar. So we walk out and get in the car. We look, and Reggie, 2 hours later, he's still out in the car.
that weed was fucking him up.
And so he was like. What I respected was my nigga didn't even mince words. He's like, hey man, we was a little strong. And I'm not finna get on the road, man. Nah. So I remember we just sat there and kicked it with him. You know what I'm saying? And I just, it was like, man, this nigga funny, and he just was a real ass nigga, bro. And so like, I felt bad. You know how you like. I felt bad, like, damn, I hope I didn't fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I called to check on him later on, like, yo, you made it back. He was good. He's like, yeah. And so he was like, cool. And then I was like, man, I just if I got some work or a role, or when I start touring, I'm gonna hit you up. And that was that. Me and Reg Thomas, I say about 10 years ago, he had reached out to me about a joke that I put up. And I'm such a comedy nerd. I'm not no full of myself type of dude. Like, if you like
I can see
comedy, then I can talk comedy with you. And so I'm like, yeah, man, we just kind of kicked it on. I appreciate that, man, whatever. And we just kind of stayed in touch. It became like follow me on the gram, follow him on the gram. And then I'm watching, so I would see all these shows in New York. Now, mind you, if you're not in New York, you're looking at New York like, wow, them niggas is up there fucking doing shows. I imagine New York being like 7 million apartments all on top of each other, and you got the nerve to have a show. That's crazy. Like, and I just remember looking at him like, damn, this nigga's running shit, like having his own show. I ain't have my own show.
Yeah. That's what I be saying. I'm watching it like I've never been to New York before. I've only been to LA. That was my first time traveling. So I'm watching all these clips over the last couple of years. Like, damn, this look crazy. This look crazy over the world.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just remember like, fast forward. So about 3 years ago. So at the time it was like 7 years ago when we had first got connected. And then I went to his show in L.A. He had a Productively Stoned show in L.A., him and Jordan Rock. Went to the show. Shantae Wayans was there. It was at Los Globos. And that's crazy because I do my show at Los Globos now. And I just remember like, damn, these niggas like, they good. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, all right, I'm in L.A. and this is where the niggas are good. People are good. They're just good. You see niggas doing good. How you gonna be special when everybody's good? And so I moved to New York to film Love Life in 2021. And, I only knew him and Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember we all went to a show. He was hosting for this comedian named Rennie. And Rennie is hilarious. Like online, Rennie is killing them. Shout out to Rennie. Shout out to what's my man name?
Desi Johnson.
Desi Johnson, fucking hilarious.
Love my dog.
But this nigga Reg was just cleaning them niggas up in a way where it was like hella inclusive with them, like bringing them out. He was like Steve Harvey, king of comedy, hosting them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it was like damn. And so I just remember like, oh okay, like this nigga then got like doper than what I remember he was. You know what I'm saying? And so like a comic, I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm hitting this nigga up like, man, you know, you want to run some jokes by each other? You want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this nigga just wound up being the same kind of nigga as me. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about comedy for about 2 hours, then we got to eat for 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Healthy balance.
Yeah. You know, and just like,
That's the writer's lifestyle. That's our work cycle.
And so we were just kind of mobbing. I didn't have nothing to do if I wasn't filming, you know. And then, you know, he doing shows in the night. So in the day, he was just kicking it. We would just be around New York. He was like showing me the ropes, like, yeah, this comedy club. And I appreciated it because, you know, I'm the kind of person who nobody has ever took me on the road, took me under their wing, gave me no support. I feel like, to be transparent, I've been very good for a long time and just on some intimidating type shit. Like, not the kind of guy who these older comics wanted to help. They kind of wanted me out the way.
Yeah, really.
There was no room for me. And so, you know, it just kind of like when I met these guys, it was like, man, finally, it's people who are cool and who are like me, who are not gonna ostracize me and push me to the side because of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, these niggas just, they think I'm funny. They help me tag my jokes. And so as, you know, as any of our star rise, I'm gonna help whatever I can. We end up going on the road, and it's just, you know, it just kind of like the bond just built. And it just kept going.
No, that's real. Yeah. That's real. It definitely shows in like I was saying, like just watching how y'all was interacting, man. I'm inspired just by like hearing y'all break shit down low. Like you got a couple people here in Jacksonville who are like that, but more so it's not the same at all. Like that's why I started coming around here doing coffee spots and kava bars and shit. It's not the same as seeing people in action with it, you know. Yeah,
like it just with CP because I could tell he wasn't used to niggas showing love. Cause like I'm a Brooklyn nigga, and like I always respected his stand up. So when he came through, I really just went about it the Brooklyn way. I just really just like, hey, mama, put you on. But this is the thing. I always say he's one of my most humbling friendships because like as a real stand up, I was like, yo, nigga, I'm about to be the best nigga out.
Yeah.
And then I saw my man's on stage. I was like, well, I could just be a real dope nigga on there. I mean, like, I'm not fucking
hey,
niggas.
I'm telling you,
Niggas don't know who I am.
You don't know how real he just stepped to you. You didn't see how powerful he just moves it. You used the word inspired a moment ago, right? That's what it is. You know what I'm talking about? And cold niggas need to be inspired. People don't think so. When you cold, like he said, usually it's intimidation or people want to hate.
And it go both ways, bro. Like that nigga speak us up. He talk both of us up.
Right. But what Reg just said, you can't get to where we at without feeling like you that nigga. Even when nobody else sees it. Nobody, look at me, you very unimposing, you know, motherfucker. But I'm just like these niggas. I feel like I'm
beast on stage.
I'm gonna be the coldest nigga ever in comedy, and nobody gonna see it coming. Yeah. And then I saw this nigga. Let's go back to the Stardome. I love his perspective on it, but mine was I've been working on the road, so I know how this shit works. I break shit down. There's tiers of niggas.
You was working before that.
Yeah, but there are tiers. So you got the weekend niggas, the weekend headliners. You know what I'm saying? You got the weekend features. You got all these different tiers of comedians. So this a midweek nigga. I've worked with midweek niggas. It's Wednesday. It's Thursday. That's where he was because he was just getting on the road. I didn't know that. So I'm treating him like all the rest of the Wednesday, Thursday niggas. They kind of funny. Niggas. If you a Wednesday, Thursday nigga and you hilarious, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to shit on you. But
you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. I'm waiting to be a Wednesday, Thursday nigga to start on. Hit me up.
I'm currently a Wednesday, Thursday nigga. If you was looking for them, I am him.
I'm a Wednesday nigga here. I'm trying to be a Wednesday nigga out in the world.
But as soon as you hear him talk, all that went out the window. It was like, who is this nigga? That's why I came at him like that. I'm like, who are you? Why don't I know you? And from that moment on, I knew he was a special cat, and the universe put me in line with special people, and he was one of them, man. So I appreciate him to this day. That's why I'm here.
And then very rarely, like, and then outside of comedy, like, I really appreciate his comedy mind. But then outside of comedy, the hang, this is a nigga, like, yo, this is my guy right here. We hang, son.
Watching you pop a Nintendo Switch out, I was like, yo, this is crazy. I wasn't expecting that at all, man.
You feel like you with your people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pulled up Zelda on the screen. I was like, all right, this nothing changed.
And it's one of them scenarios where it's like, it's one of them life changing friendships, because anyone I've ever met him through is just automatically like, that's a gang. Like Donnie, gang. B. Lee, gang, like, not even a question, like,
solid dudes.
And like, yo, even you, bro, like, we all met you organically, bro.
We gonna fuck around and adopt this nigga. He don't even be on the road.
Honestly, bro, like, yo, son, like, we fuck with you, dog. Like,
I appreciate it, man. I just be trying not to. I be there shutting up until somebody says something. I'll be like, all right, let me think of something up.
Let me ask you this.
Yo, hit me.
Has anyone ever invited you on the road?
Nah, man, not at all.
Has anyone been good to you, like, when they were coming through?
Yeah. So a lot of people like show me love, like more recently, but early on when I was trying to like come up here, at least, you know, it wasn't that at all.
How many years you been doing stand up?
4 years now. Yeah.
When did that's a short amount of time.
Feel about right.
You gonna be a beast, bro.
Around what time? Around how many years did you catch a rhythm? Did you
get about
catch
2 minutes a year?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
That's a bar.
Around what time did you catch rhythm?
I would say probably last year. What
is your background? Like, what was you doing before? Like, why are you so decent at this shit? So quick?
I wanted him to say now, though. I wanted to be like, I caught my rhythm tonight, nigga.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I did.
You passed?
I did first impression. Yeah. Lonnie fucked with me. It was big love. Yeah. I was in college.
Your praises, bro. Lonnie is a good friend of mine.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to her. She treated me real nice, man.
Lonnie is a nice lady.
But I was in Tallahassee, Florida, doing like I was in community college and shit. So I didn't have no problem. I was sleeping on my homeboys' couches and shit like that. And all my friends are like dope as fuck. They be doctors and shit like that. I just wanted to find some like special shit. I was working at Panera Bread, and there was a nigga working the sandwich line with me. He was in a comedy troupe, and well, we called him Waffles because he worked at Waffle House in the day and then Panera at night. That's my nigga Waffles. He changed my life, bro. So I go to his comedy show and I'm like, yeah, yo, man, this shit look kind of dope. How do I get in this thing? And I auditioned that next semester, got into the troupe, and from there I was doing like improv sketches and stuff like that for about a year. After that, like 3 months into that, I started doing stand-up, and then I started caring about stand-up more. And I was just working. I left the troupe. I was only in that troupe for a year. I just started doing stand-up full-time. And by full-time, I mean full-time working at Panera Bread and then going to a damn stand-up show. But I don't know. That was like the start for me. I moved back here probably like 2 years ago now, Leah. She ain't paying attention. Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, because you have a composure on stage for a person who's been doing 4 years. I'm like, this is impressive.
But sleeping on niggas' couches will bring that.
Yeah.
Right? Like being humble enough to understand that your process is your process, their process is their process, while also looking at their process like, damn, that's dope. You're a doctor and you're this and that. Same with me. I got friends that's doctors and lawyers and, you know, government type shit and all of that. And it's like, yeah, it's like this thing takes a little longer to pop, but the catch up is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, listen.
Crazy.
When in the moment, like for those 2 years in Tallahassee, I was just doing comedy. I was making a little bit of money here and there. I was surviving on Checkers.
What are
$2
the comedy
bite
spots in Tallahassee you was rocking out at?
It was Bird's Aphrodisiac Oyster Shack is the main one. It's literally an oyster place. Like
wait, those aren't three
bar.
different spots?
No, it's one name.
Bird's
It's
Aphrodisiac.
called Bird's Aphrodisiac Oyster Shack. That's where I like the first like actual people were showing up for a comedy show. Before that, I was just doing like garage shows and like little things like that in college.
Thank God for the comedies.
Yeah. Shout out to comedy. That's what I'm saying. When I came back here and I started coming to watch the shows, like as opposed to me just going and watching, being at open mics and stuff like that, I started coming here and I was like, oh shit, this is like real. Like these are like all the people I've been watching forever are coming here, working on their shit, working their acts out, and I get to see it in real time. Like this is a different level than me across the street wherever I be doing.
There's so much intent in the business. I think the more intent you have, the further you're gonna go, the more professional you're gonna come across, because you gotta do this shit intentionally. Everything gotta be intentional. The wordplay, the pacing, just inflection. Everything has to be intentional because it's all the circus. You are the lion, you the tiger, you are the fucking ringmaster, you the motorcycle nigga riding around in the ball. It's you. And so, you have to take them through the acts of your circus. Like, take them through, now we're gonna do this, and now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so I noticed even with your material, just how you were keying in on, I told you outside, like, you kind of base your shit off a frame of reference. Your shit has a frame of reference, like, the U-Scan. I ain't gonna say all your material on here.
No, you good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's some of those things, like how you got to joke about how a chick hurt your feelings because everything got to be a joke when said to a comic. We all was
that date I went on.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
That was hard.
I thought you a comic, Mr. Comic. You can't take a joke. It's like, bitch, I'll kill you.
On the spot, yo.
Thank you.
And you
Thank
get
y'all.
it. I want to throw that in because the funny part, I'm real big on funny, but you get that right off top. I'm like, oh, he got, like Reg called it. He got timing. You had timing, you had pace, and you were funny. You know what I mean? I was looking at the other shit that was part of this process, the getting it shit. Because niggas who don't get it let their chances go by. But you being here every night while we was here, organically, just seeing if a nigga needed something.
Never said anything.
Never,
You know what? We should have knew you was nice because you was underselling the whole time.
Yes,
he was underselling the whole weekend,
But
bro.
the fact that you're that dope, I wouldn't have blamed you if you asked me, like, yo, man, if, whatever you can, whatever, if you, trust me, man, I'm dope. And then you proved it, that'd have been cool. Yeah. But the way you played it, and I was like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want some time, man? You kicking it with it? He's like, man, sure. And it was like, boom.
Thank you.
He got up. We was in the green room. He got up like, I'm going to go out here and check out the show. And get
It's Sunday night. He was feeling.
But with that
your
being
shoulders,
said, I ain't gonna lie.
your shoulders was a little down the night
we
before the
finished,
shoot. I'm like,
we was chilling in there when you went up there. We said, we didn't. No one said it verbally, but we all was like, "Let's go." We all said. He definitely said, "Let's go see what Bobby talking about," because we were like, "If you bombing,
oh shit, it was." I know.
This podcast would have went so different.
that's why they took a lot of you. Get
We'd have renamed you Bombi Brown Jr.
No, man. I appreciate like that. I think that's just how I learned. Like you were saying, how I caught my rhythm. I really just come to the shows and I just be paying attention. I be picking up on things here and there, and I think after like a year and a half of just doing that, man, I've learned to, like, okay, let me figure out myself how I can apply this to my comedy, and like, not. I used to be trying to rush everything, get it all like that, man, but. I got real comfortable with comedy here because of this place, So now when I'm out there, I'd be like, oh shit, man, all right, let's go, let's work.
And
let's
I think
do it.
that you always working on something at every stage in your career, right? The thing is that you want to work on the important things early so that you can work on some other things as it comes, right? The pace and the speed, we talked about this the other night, the pace and the speed for a new comic is paramount to fix. You have to fix that first. It's like that's like registering your car. You can't just go out there and drive some shit with no plates, and you got to ready. You have to take it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to.
Ironically, we were watching one of his earlier sets today.
Sure were.
And he was sick to his stomach just watching his own pacing.
Yeah. That's how I be like watching my earliest, like my first. I have a video of my first set that I did in that garage show, and I can't get through it.
Yeah,
it's like
cringing the whole time.
Yeah, it's like a gut punch.
You like watching somebody die.
It's a snuff video.
Right. I want to throw in too, man. Likability is a big key for you. You know what I'm talking about? I just watch how. I ain't never seen you before, but I within a minute, because I'm nervous too. I'm bringing you on stage. I'm like, man, I hope this nice young man.
You were saying some real nice shit too before I got
up. This nice young man does not come up here, because I was on fire tonight too. And that's another thing about being around.
I was on fire tonight.
Yeah, I really niggas in that show. But I'm telling you, that's a part of being in this crew. Niggas is cold. Niggas are dope. And if you not dope, it don't matter how nice. We friends. But if I'm whack, this nigga ain't fucking with me, and vice versa. If he was whack, I wouldn't.
That's not true.
Okay.
You can have an off night. Niggas not worried about an off night.
Yeah.
But it's the simple fact that the fact that niggas is nice overall is why niggas
right.
Cause we got a real for say what you want about the Miami Heat, we got that culture. Like niggas is really
Heat culture,
grinding, and like leading by example, and like, hey, let me pull you to the side and talk to you about this.
Right.
No, that was real, man. I appreciate y'all showing me love and even fucking with me, even so. Like
we appreciate you not making it not worth it. Like, yo, you made it like you, son.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm gonna know you in 2024, fam. Like,
all right, that's a big compliment. Right. I'm gonna talk to you next year, nigga. I'll take that.
No, that's real. That's real.
That shit is gold in our business. That's currency in this business. When this nigga, like you said, when he called me back after Stardom to check on me, that's when I knew. I'm like, oh, this a different. This the nigga they say don't exist in this comedy game. Because everybody, everybody asshole. Everybody looking out for themselves. Don't nobody want nobody to pass them. Even tonight, if I was one of them weak ass niggas and they was giving you props, I'd be like, man, he's straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's straight.
That nigga cool.
I didn't even realize, but we don't have that energy in our crew. We was all back to like,
not at all.
When me and this nigga linked, I was just so happy that he smoked as much as I smoked. I was just like, yo, you can keep going.
Yeah.
Another one.
That shit is funny. Listen, man, I don't want to not mention it right now. I know you talked about it on stage here. You working on a special, man. You going to Atlanta,
shooting it June 4th.
Congratulations to you. First of all, let me round of applause out there for the audience going crazy, man. Comedian CP special.
Hey,
yo, what's up?
CP dropping his special. He's filming it next week, June 4th. You meeting us right now. It's about to be very lit next time you see us.
Yeah, I believe it. Listen, man, it was lit now. I thought it was lit now. I'm telling you, man. Like, literally, it's crazy that you were. I saw your Don't Tell video probably like a month and a half ago. That was the first time. Yes. And but when I saw you here, I was like, oh wait, I literally was just watching this. Like, I just got introduced to this nigga. I've been watching CP forever, man. So like, I already thought y'all was planning. And seeing y'all come through just being actual down to earth dudes, bro. There's some people who I met who are very celebrity. You know, they were very. Like this, man, but
only celebrity comics who we don't think are funny. We be like, hey man, it's nice seeing you again.
I be saying a little shit and they be thinking it's compliment. I be like, man, I grew up on you. They be like, thanks, man. I be like, yeah, bitch, get out my face. Fuck out my face.
Oh man. Oh, but the special. So you tell us about it a little bit, man. Like first of all, hearing you talk about your set, you one of the first people I've really like been able to like see talk about stand-up as like the art form that it truly is, man. And I'm starting to appreciate it a little, like I see it in a little different light. And so off rip, like that mindset got me like, okay, shit, like this about to be, this has been very intentional, like you were saying. That's kind of a different thing that I haven't seen before. So your moves for you making this special now, how the material that you're doing right now, how long have you been, being intentional about putting what's going into the show?
So I've had the name for this special about 13 years.
Wow.
You talk about being intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like my first special is called Sunday After 6. And what it is just the idea that Sunday at 6 o'clock in this climate, in this world, in this country, people's weekend is over, right? They start ironing their clothes for work. The kids are getting ready for bed, and you got to get ready for this long-ass week ahead. And I feel like it's such a deflating hour in the week. Sunday at 6 o'clock is like, meow, meow, meow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like at that moment, the comedy that I bring is what everybody needs. It's not nothing about the news. I don't say nothing about current events. This particular set is just my gift to the process of people who are working hard and who just need the laugh. And, my next set is going to be like, like the sexual shit and the dirty shit and all of that. But
this is your first one?
This is my first professional Hollywood set that's about the, you know what I'm saying?
Round of applause out there, man. Comedian CP.
After this, I'm doing 2 this year. I'm doing 1 this weekend coming up and then another one in November. And then I'm dropping 2 specials a year until I hit 10 specials.
Wow.
And they
shit,
all
that's
gonna
a lot.
They're all gonna be stupid.
I believe it. Absolutely.
Stupid.
Absolutely. The way that you think, bro, like I'd be like, how did he even get there? Like,
but that's what I want to explain. It's like the imagination is so endless. And we have to learn how to untether ourselves from what we understand in this realm. You got to let it go. Like, let it go. Like, you know, take these building blocks and put 2 noses on the fucking Mr. Potato Head. Why not?
Switch it up.
Put a nose on her ass so she can smell her farts. Like, fuck it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, create because, you know, you got to run to that spot in the room where nobody is standing at and put your flag down. You know? And it's like, I don't think that enough comedians are being guided down the path of really using an imagination for real. It's the difference between using an imagination and then being good at lying. A lot of comics are good at lying. They can go up there and say some shit that's not true, right? And people be like, wait, I go up there and say shit that you know damn well ain't true. I'm like, how the fuck did he do that? This is my imagination, right? I am free from the concept of truth and just this realm of reality that we think we know. And I'm using the concepts that we know and I'm bending them to some shit that we never heard before. And I feel like I can keep doing that because that cloud of information is just endless. It's just endless. I can keep, you know.
That was $1 million gem right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I think that, you know, the stand-up is going to be a window into my creativity, and then they're going to start having me do more acting. When I start getting into the character work, I'm going to be like a black Johnny Depp. You're going to see me turn into people. You're like, what the fuck? Because black people, they don't think we can do that. All we can be is Big Mama and some clumps or some shit like that. It's like, you know, it's just there's a comedian named Chris Liley who is not a huge stand-up, but his character work is probably looked at. It's either Lily or Liley. I don't know how, because it's Liley. His character work is probably #1 in the world. I've studied him for years.
Chris Liley,
he's #1 in the world. He's a white dude. He could turn into anything. A black woman. I mean, he just his shit is out of this fucking world.
You seen this shit?
Oh, I've studied it.
You're a fan.
I'm a fan. This is where when I do Bud and when I do Lionel and I do Reggie Bo and like this is where my motivation comes from. When I watch this nigga, like, there's no way I can get to this level. And I want to feel that way. It feels good to know that it's like, all right, I got a lot of room to grow because that's
what you offer me, honestly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so
I'm a fan. Man.
For stand-up, I feel like it's just my world. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is like I do my thing, and I respect my niggas who do their thing, but I don't have to respect anybody. So like, I respect the niggas who I want to respect, and the other niggas, I look at them like food. Like, nigga, all right, fuck it. Like, because I feel like I gave everybody an opportunity to be my friend and to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
Yeah. No, that's real shit.
I gave you a chance to get on the right
that's
side of
real
history.
I did because I went up to people. I ain't gonna say no names, but I used to be in Hollywood before I even started doing stand up out there. I was out there as a writer. They didn't even know how dope I was. They didn't know that, nigga. Their replacement was right there, and I'm right there, and I'm watching them, and I'm like, nope, that ain't it. That ain't hit. That ain't hit. And he's done. Ooh, shit, that was a horrible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh shit. And I go up to him, hey man, great set.
Yeah.
And they say, I don't meet niggas. Get away from me. And I'm like,
wow.
Hurts so good because
because
because next time you see me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was free.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna be like that no more. I don't give a fuck. Like, I came to everybody as a fan, man. I love your work. Get out of here, kid. That's all I need to hear, man. You'll see me again. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, there is no more of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer a fan. I am a colleague. I am an adversary. And, you know, you don't.
Your idols become your rivals.
But it's not even that, though.
Could a nigga have ever pulled
rivals.
back on you like, hey man, last week you pulled up on me and I was just on some whack shit, but yo, I appreciate you.
Of course,
bro.
You know me, bro. You know I'm not.
But and they still never ever.
No, they haven't. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's like I don't need the help. You know, back when I wanted the help, or for somebody to put me on, or for somebody to hear me, I don't need that. I don't need that anymore. I'm the child that's gonna burn the village down because nobody wanted to give a nigga a hug, bro. Nobody wanted to hug CP, man. And so That's my plan. And so it's like I'm so serious with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to sleep thinking about it. I meditate thinking about it. Like I just want to be untouchable. And that's all I think about is being untouchable. And it's like, bruh, it's possible, right? There is an unhateable state. Obama did it, where he on the side of it. You hate Obama, you're whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is an unhateable state. And it's like, bruh, it's achievable, and I'm going there.
Yeah. I believe, listen, man, ladies and gentlemen, comedian CP, all right, Sunday after 6, coming soon. How'd you decide to shoot it in Atlanta?
So I was filming a new show that I'm starring in and producing, and I'm not the star, but I'm starring in the show. Like I'm a character in the show, but I'm a co-producer on it as well. It's a show called How to Die Alone, starring Natasha Rothwell, who played Kelly, the big girl in Insecure.
Okay, yeah.
And so we shot in Toronto, and early on in Toronto, there was a huge storm, and it kind of messed up stuff for us in our exterior shots. So we had to kind of wait. We had to do like an 11-day hiatus. But my schedule is so tight. Like, I was supposed to film my special April 24th in D.C., and I didn't wrap until May 3rd.
Oh, wow.
And so I lost the venue in D.C. They couldn't hold it for me. And so we were scouring looking for another club. And so the Atlanta Comedy Theater, not the one that in Norcross, but they have another one that's at the Underground, which they kind of built it for specials. Like, they literally built it so comics can come shoot their specials there. It can be dressed up however you want it. And 800 Pound Gorilla had a relationship. That's who's doing my special. They had a relationship with, people down there. And, it was one of the spots in the country where I wouldn't have to pay a lot to fly their crew because they would already be there. And it was politics, man. But also, I have a huge fan base in Atlanta that I rarely get a chance to go see. And so
it's about to be a zoo.
Yeah. So it ended up working out.
It's about to be a zoo. Yeah,
it all ended up working out.
It all ended up working out, and I just didn't want to shoot it in Detroit because I feel like a lot of times people use where they're from as the crutch, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that you get way stronger if you go out and win Game 7 on an away game. Right? It's like
that's a bar.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
We the 91 Bulls right now.
So you're saying like a crutch for like safety that people are using
safety,
like where they at?
Relatability, right? Like these people are from where you from, so they might think what you think is funny because they grew up like you grew up. But take it on the road. Take it somewhere. Don't nobody know you. Don't nobody know me in Jacksonville like that. They watch me roast, but they never seen my real stand up. If I can make them laugh and them say, "Oh, you're brilliant," I do this every weekend somewhere, right? I don't need to go home. I'm gonna shoot one in Detroit. For them, not for me.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll do that for my people, but I don't need them to show up for me.
Yeah.
And then have that over my head. You only because you it's like, no. I shot my shit in Atlanta. I ain't even need y'all to come. No disrespect. Y'all gonna watch it when it come out. Y'all need to see that I'm out in the world representing Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's that blank slate philosophy too. Because I mean, like you said, you go to these different places. There are no expectations on you. Most of the expectations is be funny. You go home. You got your nigga from 4th grade, like that's my nigga right there. He's starring tonight too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was in 4th grade, we ate motherfucking pizza together. I shared my pizza. So you got that nigga, you got that hating ass nigga that ain't never fuck with you since 7th grade. He done bought a ticket, so thank you. But he done bought niggas he bringing that energy in there. So being on a blank slate away from the house, I fuck with it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. I never thought about that nigga. I hate a nigga buying a ticket. Just
because I mean, this social media lets you know that those people exist. You know what I'm saying? Niggas follow you.
That's a real scenario I'm thinking of. Like, you meet a nigga, he be like, oh yeah, I went to high school, yo, that nigga was mad nice. The whole time the headline like, hey man, that nigga that nigga not gang fan.
And that's real.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, listen, I appreciate you giving the time. We here after the last show of the weekend. Y'all already did 5 shows, but y'all real for rocking with me. Let me pop this shit up after everybody done walked out of here.
That's a fact, though.
Reg, do you got anything coming soon, brother? I know you had your special on YouTube, the Don't Tell special.
Yeah, Don't Tell. Check me out on Don't Tell. Also,
which he killed, by the way. If you ain't saying that,
Rizop.
What, $1 million?
Yeah, about to hit $1 million in a couple months.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
That's a big stunt out here.
I'm gonna drop something special. I'm gonna drop something else. You know, CP drop is when CP drop, I'll probably drop something like another 15 just for the people to follow up on. Outside of that, I'm on the road.
Call it Do Tell.
Yeah, do tell. I'm on the road. I'm headlining in St. Louis this month. I'm headlining in South Bend, Indiana this month. So check me out there.
Oh shit, it's on me. Yeah, man. I'm real primed and ready for the special to be shot, just like Reg said. You know what I'm saying? Nice 15-minute clip, professionally Hollywood done. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to that kind of shit because that's all I feel like I've been missing from the world knowing. My guy told me niggas gonna be late to the party sometime, even when they know what time the party start. So for the niggas that's late to the party, that's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm on social media, Reggie Junior. Sorry, my bad, Reggie Junior. Spell out the Junior. I'll be on the road as well. I'll be in Nashville. I'll be in Memphis. I'm still on my chitlin circuit. I'm up north now, but I'm still doing the southern train. You know what I'm saying? Situation. So make sure you look for me on that, man, and all media platforms, social media platforms.
Listen, man, y'all make sure y'all go check them out, man. Wherever you at, if they on the road, go get a damn ticket. These three gentlemen are hilarious, man. You don't want to miss these fucking shows. You're going to be out there thinking, wow, how the hell did he even get here? Where even pull up? Where y'all at next? You want to say it before we out?
Atlanta Comedy Theater in the Underground, June 4th.
Atlanta, pull the hell up. I got people out there. So if y'all listening, go get a damn ticket if it's not already sold out.
ATLANTAGA, that's where I stay. Hey.
You got a date when it's coming out already? You just know you're shooting it?
I'm just shooting it. So the writer's strike is going on. It's a lot of stuff, but we got to get it shot, get that part out of the way. I got some great relationships at the places where it needs to be. People are waiting for it. Yeah.
Well, good luck to y'all, man, fellas. I appreciate y'all again for letting me rock with y'all on stage, man. Y'all real ones showing love, man.
For us, always a treat when the real niggas meet, man.
I'm gonna start using that. I've been thinking about rhyming when I talk lately. You know, add a little flavor to the conversation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Writer's Block Podcast. We gone.